Paul Taylor. I'm the Treasurer of Sailability New South Wales. I've been involved in the web development, working with the developers in the web development for a website with Sailability. Well, Sailability was an organisation that was created to give freedom on the water to people regardless of their ability. Our major focus is to get people with disabilities, all sorts of disabilities, on the water with no fear, just to enjoy the art of sailing and to be able to learn to sail if that's what they choose to do, or just sail around in a boat on the water, or actually progress through to championships up to state, national, and international levels. And we have no discrimination about whether it's a person with a disability. Yeah, anybody that wants to get the freedom on water is able to come to Sailability and get that freedom. I've been the state treasurer since the inauguration of this organisation, and as technology was rolled out, Sailability looked at embracing technology and getting a workable website. We have been in existence for almost 27 years, and we have probably been, over the last 10 to 12 years, trying to get a website that works for people with disabilities, and to showcase our organisation to New South Wales, to Australia, and to the world. We've no satisfaction whatsoever. We've had 3 separate companies trying to develop a website that we thought was suitable. Now, none of us are IT gurus, but we know that how we wanted to have our website to be able to encourage people that's never had any sailing experience, disabled or not, to come and have freedom on the water. But we had no success. We thought we'd roll things out properly, and when we found any sort of enhancements that were needed, the developers were never available from different companies. I'm not going to go and name the companies because that's the past. But through a member of our organisation, John Sanderson, we were introduced to Crea Digital. Now, I had my reservations, and I had said this to Scott, of my concerns that we had been ripped off, and I mean virtually ripped off. A disabled organisation, charity, was ripped off by these people who took advantage of our immaturity of web development. But Scott put us all very much at ease. Before we got to even being any part of the team, Scott didn't sort of put any pressure on us at all about what we required. He allowed us to do the talking. As you can tell, I like to have a chat. But also too, I felt that he had a lot of integrity, and he really did care, once he knew about Sailability, that the passion that he showed, that he really did want to do the right thing by us. But I still have my reservations. But they were quickly dismissed. And from that point, from that first conversation, we've had many, many meetings to get to the bottom to a correct way of how we wanted to roll out a website for our members and for our organisation. And Scott, not once has he ever been not available to take any of our emails or any of our phone calls or any of our face-to-face meetings. Right. And that's the passion that I believe that Scott has had for Sailability, and also too for his company, to have us to be able to share our experience, which has all been positive. And I'll be honest, I have not had one negative feeling about this whole process. We've had concerns, of course, money, what we're going to get for our dollar, because most of the money that we have been put in this is from donations. And we have not, from my personal opinion as treasurer and from our executive committee, any reservations about the cost that's involved. And as time went on, we looked at we could do better enhancements to the system, and there was no problems to Scott and his team. Sure, there was costs involved, but it was all very, very reasonable on today's market. So I can't speak more highly of Scott and Crea Digital and his team for what it looks like is going to be a really well thought out website for our members to be able to, and for our organisation to showcase what we're actually all about.